Do you know why a very large number of people today are opting for long hair transplant? बहुत सारे लोग आजकल सिर्फ long hair transplant करना चाहते हैं. Let's understand why. Do you want a hair transplant जिसमें आपको कभी finasteride नहीं लेना है? That means you don't have to take testosterone blockers. First. Second, do you want a transplant where you don't have to cut a single hair? No shaving, no trimming. Is that even possible? Only technique is long hair transplant. Third, do you want to go to office? आप तीसरे चौथे दिन ऑफिस जाना चाहते हैं और किसी को पता भी ना चले कि आपने हेयर ट्रांसप्लांट किया है. Can you imagine? Third day and fourth day you're going to office and no one knows you've done a transplant. So ये magical qualities हैं in a long hair transplant, and we are the only ones in India who are doing long hair transplant the way it should be done. जिस तरह करना चाहिए. There is no other team in India at least that is doing proper long hair transplant. Now, as a patient, आपको long hair transplant के बारे में पता क्यों नहीं चलता? Why don't you come to know about long hair? The reason is you are not visiting the correct person. You are thinking of going to Turkey. You are doing it with some doctor who is doing FUE. You are not even asking कि क्या option है. So please ask. Is there an option बिना trim करे बालों का? Is there an option where you can do a transplant without cutting, trimming, chopping of hair? Is there an option where you can go to office after 3 or 4 days? And 99% of doctors will say not an option. Then you must know something is wrong. So long hair transplant is one of the most difficult techniques of hair transplant. Excellent results. Results are at par with every other technique. Biggest advantage, people who are in such a business, they are either very highly placed in their companies or they own companies, they are pilots, medical professionals, lawyers. They have to have long hair transplant. There is no option. How if you are a lawyer, I'm sure you know you have been postponing hair transplant for years. कि जब कोर्ट बंद होगा तब कर लेंगे. Medical personnel keep delaying it. They think that they can do it later. We are busy. Pilots don't even do a transplant because then for them to hide it becomes a problem. Imagine you are a CFO or a CEO of a company. Do you want to go to office with all blood over your head and shaved off? You will never do a hair transplant. So how does it matter if the hair transplant done this way with shaving is done by the biggest institute? Whether they come from Greece or America, wherever, how does it make a difference? Whether they do a hair transplant by some direct technique or indirect technique, how does it matter? It is useless for you, because what you need is a long hair transplant. Because without long hair, you can never get the kind of look that you are looking for. People don't talk about long hair transplant because they don't have the teams. You need good experience for long hair transplant. You need qualified teams to do long hair. You need a doctor who is dedicated and will sit with you and perform the procedure for you. We do that. We do that for all our patients. And we've got a very large number of patients today who are asking. In fact, I think there's one patient asking for it literally every day. So once you realize the importance of long hair transplant, then you will realize that all other techniques are not for you. If you don't need long hair transplant, then don't think about it. Then do the other techniques. We do all other techniques. But if you are that one person who cannot shave hair, who cannot cut his hair, who cannot trim his hair, has to go to office after 3 days, has to go fly a plane, has to go to court within 3 days, then long hair is the only treatment for you. Don't think about the cost. Think about the consequence of not doing a transplant. Will you remain happy? Are you happy with your current state of affairs? If you are not, then there's something needs to be done. And imagine the consequence of not doing a long hair transplant. One, you stay bald throughout, your choice, or you go all red, blood, black all over your head. You can't. So how does cost come in? Long hair transplant is one of the most expensive techniques of hair transplant. Agreed. But the value it is adding to your life is unbelievable. So when you come for long hair transplant, think of it that you are transforming your life forever. And that money is an investment that allows you to carry on your normal life.